You know who else stepped it up?
My bookie.
My bookie.
AD and T-Rail stepped it up by going to war with,
On a panel?
how do we say it, Dijon or Dejan?
Dijon Paul, I believe.
Okay.
Dijon.
You guys dropped
Dijon.
a podcast. It was the first interview, I guess, that T-Rail and AD have ever done together
I'm
to-
a co-host.
You co-hosted.
I'm a co-host.
But anyway, you squared up in the squared circle of squares with
Hosted by T-Rail.
yes, T-Rail really kind of took the lead. AD backed him up. AD was kind of the muscle, if you will. Why did you want to do this podcast? What were your thoughts going into it?
I didn't want to do it. But so T-Rail, he said he wants to do the interviews and stuff like that. So he asked me to have his back on these interviews. So I said, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy.
And this guy, for the record, he made the LA report card, the
made
rap
the LA
report
report
card.
card.
So that's his main claim to fame, at least lately. And he also has a magazine called A Day in LA. And they also do a podcast. I believe that's the main stuff that they be doing. Oh, and they-
Shout out to that man.
They have a website as well.
So
But you and him had exchanged words on the feed.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so like
Before.
6, 7. Well, whenever the OT situation happened here with Yazzie, right? Somebody wrote on Twitter. There was like, I think, oh man, your show's entertaining, and I was like, oh, good looking. And then he chimed in. He was like, that's not entertainment. Like these black guys going against this black girl. And I was just like,
Here we go.
I was like, what the fuck you talking about? He's like, yeah, you doing this on this white man platform and all that.
Bro.
And we going back and forth. And then I'm telling him, I'm like, well, this nigga Adam been looking out. Like I wouldn't be podcasting if it wasn't for him. And he's just, every time I say anything about like Adam's good, he was just like, don't let the white man fool you. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, all right, whatever. It kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, pause. Then he said something about some record label or something. Then I was just like, all right, man. I ain't even got to be ignorant with him. I was like, hey, you have a good day, black man. You feel me? I kept it pushing. I left the shit alone. Yeah. I try to be cool. But, going after that, I just, like a lot of my peers in the music industry, they'll be like, oh, who the fuck is this nigga? And he just, he was offending them. And every time I heard a nigga name, I was just like, this guy's the same one that was bothering me. You know what I mean? And the LA report card comes out, and everybody in LA is pissed the fuck off. It makes this big ass debate because he gave like a lot of grades people didn't like.
No, I saw that, but like,
Ralphie the Plug got an F.
I can't believe that. God damn it.
Vince Staples got an F.
Oh man, but in what? In all categories?
He just gave him. He just gave him an F.
Wow.
He gave Blast like a C.
But see, remember we had this conversation when you talked about we talked about potentially doing like a top rappers of LA list or whatever, and I won't even say what rappers, but I said to you, I said, AD, you do not want to be in the position of having to rate this rapper versus this rapper because you like to stay on good terms with people, and as soon as you put this guy at number 1 and this guy at number 2, regardless of what order you put it in, you're choosing sides, and it's gonna be looked at a certain way.
But see, you could put shit in the order. It's different when you got a grade.
Yeah, it wasn't an order.
Right,
that was just like,
if you make a top 10 list right now, people can't get mad about the list. Some people can say, damn, I thought I would make the list, but when you give somebody a grade.
But you being somebody who's friends with people and wants to fuck with people and work with people, etc., and you put so and so as number 10 that feels like he should be top 3, then they're gonna catch feelings.
I don't care.
It's spicy shit.
I don't care.
There's a reason why we don't do those kind of
half
lists.
the people on that list I got music with. I mean, 80% of that list I got music with.
But him putting that list out, I do respect it because it is valid for anyone could have a fucking opinion about rappers. I myself have chosen to not really put my opinions on up and coming rappers out there like that because I do interviews with them. I don't really want to be the same guy who's saying, oh, like this guy, I want to do an interview with him, but also he sucks and his bars are trash.
And see too, like I know a lot of people, somebody sees something like that, and I had a shout out to Jason Cash. I had a conversation with Jason Cash today.
He got
about
an
this
F too?
He got a D.
Oh, okay.
But
can't believe that Ralphie the Plug got an F.
Some people can see this, right? And let's say you a record label, let's say you somebody that's a booking agent, you may see that and be like, I don't want to book him, or I don't think he should get a deal.
But why is everybody putting so much emphasis on this guy's random?
Well,
that is the weird part.
That's
about
the
it,
genius about it.
He got like 1,000 followers, and everybody was acting like it was the fucking biggest thing in the world.
That's the genius about it. He shook the fucking world up now to where the LA scene
LA,
fucking knows
probably not the world.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they know who the fuck he is now.
There we
So
go.
the plan fucking works.
Is this his first year doing this?
I believe. I don't know. Gina said no.
No, a little longer than that. You've been doing shit for a little while.
Speaking of Gina, we got to talk about my gangster Gina views.
Pulled up
Pulled
in
the
middle
chair
of,
up
pulled her pants up
mid-interview.
in the middle of the street. She said, "All right,
And
let's
sat
go."
right next to Cub, like.
She was ready to squabble right there, and he said, "No, that's disrespectful.
He was like,
That's disrespectful.
This isn't professional.
That shit killed me. I'm like, you really don't want to squabble with Gina."
Bro, he was shook, bro.
That was the moment. I'm sitting in my house Saturday afternoon watching it. I started jumping out of my chair. I'm pausing it. Leonard, get in here. You gotta see this shit.
Leonard, throw Parker down. Come running.
Put Parker to bed a couple hours early. We gotta check this out. I couldn't believe it at that point.
Okay,
That
I need
was
to.
wild.
I need to know what y'all previous beef. What, Gina views. You want to come? You want to come speak on that?
AD could be like, that's disrespectful.
Hey, no, this is unprofessional.
I don't know. But
Come on.
Either way, this is the main part that I just wanted to correct. He said in that interview that he heard from reliable sources that he had been blackballed from the industry to some extent because of essentially the Illuminati of Los Angeles hip hop media. He claimed
The LA
he
Illuminati.
claimed that there was a group chat including me, DJ Head, and DJ Charisma.
Y'all
Now,
Illuminati?
and
Do
that-
y'all even know each other?
and that at some point, me and those people and other people, we all conspired
To blackball.
him out the game. Let me say this. Number one, when I said hello to him here, that was the first time I ever saw this dude in real life. The only time I ever even thought about him before that, I think I sent like one tweet to him. That's it. Like, so I'm talking like less than 60 seconds of brain power I ever used in my whole life on this dude before that. No disrespect to him. It's just a fact. I didn't even know what he looked like when he said hi to me. I said to AD after, I'm like, is the guy who said hi to me the guy, or was it the other guy? Whatever. Either way. And also, I've never been in a group chat with DJ Head or DJ Charisma. I fuck with them both. I think they're great. But I've never been in a group chat with them. If they want to invite me to some sort of Illuminati group chat, I would be happy to be entrusted with whatever information is being shared there, even though I will surely
Who else?
betray your trust and expose those things to the world.
Who else would you add to this group chat? If I think we got to throw Bootleg Kev in there.
Bootleg Kev can come.
Who
Big
else?
boy,
The LA Leakers.
Big boy will probably leave after about 2 minutes. He's out of there.
Big boy's out
He's
of
over
there.
it. Vlad, he's gonna get voted off the island. They'll probably kick him out.
Is Vlad from LA?
No, but neither am I.
True.
Either way,
I always
all I'm
forget.
saying is this dude seems so sure that he had been blackballed out the game by us. And I hit up Head. I'm like, you know anything about this? He goes, I've never been in a group chat with Charisma. You showed me, I think, a conversation with Charisma saying the
Charisma hit
same
me up
thing.
too. Yep, same shit.
So I don't know who the fuck he's getting bad intel.
The
or
LA
something.
Leakers called me too yesterday.
That shit's crazy. Like I don't know who's telling him this kind of stuff, but
Shout out to the LA Leakers,
I
man.
mean, that's
a lot
kind
of people
bizarre.
a lot of people really just like make up stuff in their own head. So
I just hope that's not the case.
I
I,
mean,
hope
but
that
it-
he really does have somebody telling him.
No, I
false information.
think that he did have somebody who works
You think so?
probably for people, and they're saying that shit. But that's why the whole thing was I was asking him like, did you see it? Because if you waging war on motherfuckers, bro, at least have your facts right. Stuff
yeah,
like
facts.
that. And then people got mad about the employee talk thing. That was the biggest shit when it came down to it.
You and T-Rail about jumped out of your
Well-
chairs when
well-
you said that.
Nah, y'all kind of ate it. Y'all kind of ate it a little more than I would have like. Y'all
Ate
stalled him out for sure.
Pause.
I
Because
mean,
I've seen you give that same sentiment to somebody, or at least like just say it in a general way harder than that.
but the thing is like, if you try to say it in a condescending way, then we're gonna get on you. Because technically speaking, we are employees of No Jumper.
Yeah, true.
And it kind of bothered T-Rail, and I was telling T-Rail,
Yeah,
like, nigga,
once T-Rail realized,
no, he hit the group chat. He's like, I don't like being called an employee. I'm like, my nigga, we work for this company. We are
Yeah.
on air talent at No Jumper. But I told him, it's like, nigga, this is not our only income. You feel me? I'm like, my nigga, I own studios. You know what I'm saying? I own all my motherfucking music. I got a lot of other shit going on.
T-Rail's here.
You're doing that shit.
If he does an interview and then he does your show, he's here for about 4 hours.
T-Rail
in
has
a week,
$1 million fucking clothing
He
business.
got his own shit
was
going
it
on.
you? Was it you or was it T-Rail that was like, "Who you talking about? Us?"
No, that was me. Yeah, it was me.
That shit was
a bar.
hilarious.
Yeah, but listen, there's nothing wrong with like my nigga, we get paid very, very well here. Like, I don't have no problem being a no jumper employee. You know what I'm saying?
And my whole thing is
sign with No Jumper Records.
my nice penis house did not come from this shit.
oh, the cock home. Yeah. The cock house.
Cock home.
The jizz house. Yo, but this is my thing. There's nothing shameful about working for somebody because there's so much to gain from working for somebody. And I wish that I figured that out, honestly.
And we weed too, Big Chief, nigga.
Earlier in my life, I wish I had figured out that I didn't just have to do everything on my own. That like probably the smartest thing I could have done when I was young was try to get a job or an internship or whatever at a label or at a music type business or some shit. Like the idea that like you should just want to be 100% independent on everything, to me, doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, you know, your podcast gets 200,000 views on average per week.
We going up now. We got 500 this week.
Yeah, I mean,
500
hey, there you
this
go.
week.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, but I'm just saying, like, if you were to start a podcast from scratch, it would probably take
It would
years
take
and years
so
before you
long
got it
to
to
get to
that
that.
level. But
So
meanwhile,
long.
like,
Probably not now, but
Right,
not
yeah.
having that foundation
but if
to
you had
even
just
doing
started
that
from scratch,
oh,
that would
yeah.
it would have
Oh,
took a long time because
forever.
we all know a shitload of people who are trying to do their own thing with podcasts
It's
or
even-
content or whatever, and you guys are doing. Everybody's doing their own things
Yeah.
independently, but then we also have this platform that I've been building since like 2016 that obviously has a big ass audience, and but this problem is like one that I kind of keep running into where I have people like Sharp, like fucking T-Rel, et cetera, who have never really been like Mr. Employee guy or whatever. So it's kind of like I end up talking to them at times about the fact that like it is like it's different for Sharp to have to go and like to basically acknowledge that he's part of a bigger entity, you know,
Yeah.
and he's
Bro, it's
one of the players on the team.
It's an organization, and if you really was to break this down about bosses and all type of stuff like that, if you're an NBA player, you don't own the NBA. You're
Yeah.
working for a
You don't
NBA,
own a team,
The
nothing.
team can cut you. Okay, in that sense, you're not a boss. If you're a rapper and you're signed to a major record label, you don't own your music. In that case, you're not a boss. If you want to sit there and break down shit like that,
All right, guys, so the No Jumper Clips channel right here. Make sure you subscribe. We just blasted past 30,000 subscribers. Our next goal is 50,000 subscribers. Please help us out and hit that red button. Thank you.